right, welcome back to a Hook, Line and Sinker as we preview the round 15. So me and Jevy, we find a hook, we find a line that we like and a sinker, a bet that we're going to stay away from. From Jev, we are up to round 15. We finished the roast. We're coming in. We're going to preview next week. How are you, mate?
I'm good. I am pump, hook, line and sinker. The pod you didn't know you needed, but you do. Is that what we call this one? Let's go.
This one's a one for the OGs. So we did this for probably 2 years ago. We did this for a few weeks and the people absolutely loved it. And it's a nice little 20-minute one. So if you just want a nice little kickstart into the next round, make sure you sit down, strap in and open up those ear holes.
There's something that I love about it is obviously our mind starts ticking about the 100K the next week. So you say games and legs start coming to me straight away. And, you know, I reckon there's going to come. I've already got a couple in mind. So let's get into it.
So let's go. So there's only one game at the moment that won't be out, but again, we'll be able to tally that score and we'll be able to preview when we get to the pod, Jev, when we record that on Tuesday night. But let's kick off Thursday night. It's Fremantle and Essendon.
Oh, it's always more than I think it's. So originally, the number that jumped in my head was 30.5. I'm going to go, it's always more than I think. I'm going to go 36.5 points.
I did 33.5. And the line is 24.5.
Ooh, that just jumps the Dockers, doesn't it? Even though Essendon got them there last year when they got them at the G when they subbed Neil Erasmus. But I don't know, the Bombers, after getting a 95-point belt ass, now get on a plane Thursday night with Todd Goldstein against two ruckmen. We spoke about this in the roast. I love Luke Jackson to have a big game. I love even Sean Darcy to kick one, and I love the Dockers to win.
And why do we love the ruckman for anyone that's listening new, if anyone doesn't know?
Because Todd Goldstein was dead and they had to revive him like The Undertaker. So we call him The Undertaker. He just gets ran up and down the ground, ran around. He looks so old out there. He is serviceable, but he's not an AFL ruckman, especially against a young gun like Luke Jackson. He will eat him up. Tom Conning ate him up. Brody Grundy ate him up. Tim English ate him up. They've all just gobbled him up.
So older players tend to struggle. Goldstein off a flight and off getting lost by 95 points. Blitzarve Stanley.
On a 5-day break on a flight.
They literally freeze him and then they re-microwave him and push him straight back out there. So I think this line will push out eventually. I don't know who's coming back for the Bombers. I definitely thought same as you. I had 33 as my guess. You had 6 goals at 36 points. This just seems Freo to cover, doesn't it? Or do you think Essendon are actually going to fight back a little bit more?
Oh, yeah, they will. They'll play better than they did. It'll probably look more like the Essendon that played at the Gabba, but still, Freo are going to win. That's all I can tell you. If I'm Dope Thursdays, Das, I'm looking at something to do with Luke Jackson and Freo to win. Freo to cover Luke Jackson. You should be able to find an easy 3-bucker in this.
No, I've got something right here for you that I'm excited to say. Where is this? So, one of the best things about Essendon, or like if you're a punter, so they don't win too many games, but they have a lot of guys that pay a lot of money. So last week, when they versed the Cats, Jev, Guelphy kicked 2 goals at $4.50. Setterfield had 30 touches, paying $19.
Yeah.
Zach Johnson had 29, but for 25 was $21. Jackson Pry for 25 was 14. Archie Roberts for 25 was $2.40. So there's a heap of money out there for these guys. They're a team that likes to get it and dish the ball around a lot. So pick a couple of guys that you think, because Freo like to move the ball as well. So I might be leaning into finally looking at a couple of these Bombers players to get some touches.
I have no idea who Zach Johnson is. None. I have
no
idea who that is. But with Durham out of the side, I don't know if Essendon really tag, especially once I watch Baz get 40 and Holmes get 36. So it could be Caleb Sarong and Brayshaw. Feels like an over. All overs in the 5 for 25 as well, Das.
Yeah, well, if we
can't spend too much on
No, I just got to say, Luke Jackson, Jev, last week for 2 goals was $4. So if that's something that we're going to be looking at, that's something that we're going to take. So next game, this is going to be an absolute cracker. This is a prelim replay, Jev. So Cats and Lions.
Cats, Lions. Is it at the Gabba or the G or
GMHBA? GMHBA.
Okay. GMHBA, Cats, Lions. I'm going to go the Cats by about 18.5 points.
18.5. I said 10.5, and it's 14.5.
14.5. So I'm close. No, we're both 4 points off. It's a push. We're both 4 points.
No way. No way it's ever a
We're
book.
over
Well,
4 points.
so I definitely think 18 would be a little bit much. I know they lost, and I know the Cats have had an awesome week.
I'm going straight back to Shannon Neal and Jez Cameron. I'm telling you,
Feels like it
Harris
doesn't.
Andrews, when he genuinely has to defend, there's no Jackson paying for cover. Actually, will we see the debut of Tom Duday this week?
Probably.
Yeah. So
Here's
he might get a job on Jez Cameron, his first game back after a double ACL. That Jez will lick his lips. Shannon Neal, Harris Andrews feels like the matchup. I don't know. I just think the same guys kick goals for Geelong. It's always Jez and Neal, it's Stengel, it's Shaw Manor, it's the same guys every week. And then the midfielders might kick one. It's Danger, and they pile them on. I like Geelong easy in this game.
I'm going to use your theory here. So let's look at who's going to take the Zorko matchup. So is it Manor? Is it Myers?
Brad Close does it. Yeah,
Brad
Manor
Close?
and Brad Close do this job the best.
Who's that smaller person that's actually going to go? And is this a time where you finally take an under? Would anyone be brave enough? Because Dunkley's going to have to go to someone. You have to. You have to. You can't just think you're going to go out there and just play man on man and just shake hands and go see you at the end. So his line's continually going to be inflated because he keeps hitting the over. If his line sits at, what is it, 30 and a half, 32 and a half?
Is this Bailey Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be 30 and a half. We finally got to take the under, surely. He's had like 38, 34, 41 and 40 his last 4 weeks.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable. He's Brownlow favourite. Josh Dunkley's 100% going to him. You're right. And I don't think Brisbane have the leg speed to run with Max Holmes. Can you think of anyone that just jumps out to you that plays for the Lions that can stop Max Holmes' leg speed?
Nah, on a short burst, and he's not even super quick, but and I don't think he's going to play midfield. It's like if Zach Bailey came up to a stoppage and tried to just put body on him, but it's like he's not running the ground with him. Like he's only going to run apart. Is
it maybe like a Jasper Fletcher comes from the half back line?
You're just going to have someone that's super, super physical. But yeah. That it's going to be interesting, but definitely goals. We love goals in this game. I still like Logan Morris, to potentially kick his 1 or 2, but yeah, this is going to be a cracker. On to the next one, Jev. So Saturday Arvo, Port Adelaide and the Sydney Swans. So you've had some damage done with you boys the last couple of years at this oval. Where do you see it?
Man, they beat us by 119 points this game last year.
Crazy.
We should have beat them early. We should have beat them early in the year, and we kicked ourselves out of it. I'm going to say Port are favourites. 12 and a half points.
I said Port minus 10.5, and it's Port minus 9.5.
There you go.
Come on.
So you're 1 point off. So it's hard to take. Apparently Errol's playing. Apparently Tom Papley's playing. We're off a bye. Callum Mills is back in. We're going to be fit. We're going to be ready to go. Alira just looked like he might miss this week. He got hurt. But just going off the recent history of this game, Port beat us. We beat him in the prelim, and they beat us by 120 points. It's hard to just say the Swans will cover. I personally like it. One leg that's jumping out to me to us, and I reckon could be a risky 100K leg. James Jordan, anytime goal scorer, will go to Connor Rozee off half back and try and get him damaged the other way. James Jordan, anytime. It'll be about 230. I reckon it's going to be a nice leg.
Nice. Well, seeing as he kicked 3 against Richmond. I know it was only Richmond, but he's been showing that he can actually go forward a little bit more, can't he? So I just want to know, I think every multi has to keep Butters for 25 until he doesn't get there. He's still around $1.30. So the reason why you take him, it's not like if you're tagging a Bailey Smith or more of an outside player, I suppose, that needs other people to get the ball for him. When you watch Zach Butters play, it doesn't matter how tight you play on him. He still gets his own footy because he's so deep in the trenches. He's heading the casserole. He's cleaning your oven out. So I still like him for any multi. You put him in for that. But if we're looking at some other goals, Jev, Darcy Byrne-Jones, I know every time you think about putting him in for 2, you're like, he's not going to kick 2. He kicked 2 again today, Jev. Horn Francis, if he gets back up for a snag, absolutely love that. Bergman, more half-backers are kicking goals than ever. So is this the week as well? We go back and we take Blakey for more touches after we saw a sample size against the Swans, against the Tigers, and also I would like him for a snag.
Blakey for us, and then Byrne-Jones is probably going to go to him. I'm looking at when we played early in the year. Georgiades 3, Willie Rioli 3. Aaron Francis had that quarter where he kicked 3 and 14 touches. It's unbelievable. Power Pepper, Rosie had 27 a goal. He was great. Darcy Byrne-Jones kicked 1. Yeah, fuck, I don't even know. I actually don't know. It's just going to be good. I'm going to back the Swans. I reckon the Swans are going to win, but we'll see. I can't say it till I actually see it with them.
Yeah, I just think you guys are your best. Blakey has to be off the chain. We saw a little bit of it. I think it has to happen again. He'll get himself involved. What was the game early in the year? I think he kicked 3 points, and you're like, he's got to make one of them. I think we're going to start to see that high power.
It cost us the game.
Now you got Cunningham back, a few other guys that can actually hold the fort. I'd like to see him absolutely break away. So let's get into the next game, Jeb. So Collingwood and the Saints.
Is this at the MCG? It'd have to be, wouldn't it?
No, it's at Marvel.
Really? Collingwood Saints, Marvel. Righto. That takes a couple of points off. I'm going to go about 38.5 points. Collingwood minus 38.5.
I went Collingwood minus 36.5, and it's Collingwood minus 30.
Oh, so it's only 5 goals. So now I'm going way too much. I'm a whole goal over at everything I'm thinking. God, they're just going to win. Off a bye. They're just going to win, aren't they? They usually don't blow teams out at Marvel. They have to do it the hard way and win in the last quarter. They did against North. They've done against North the last couple of years. It's just not as easy for them as it is on the G. They'll win. They'll get it done. But it won't be an absolute bloodbath, I don't reckon.
I think what we're going to take, and I know we keep saying this week after week, but there's going to be a game where all the multi salute. Watching Collingwood from the start of the year, I'm just taking with the Carlton game. It was pissing rain, and how clean were they? How clean was their ball movement? They don't fumble. I think under the lid, having the week off, whether they're going to try and put a heap of speed on the ball, whether they're going to try and go through the corridor a lot more, because you look how the Saints got picked apart last week against the Dogs. It was obviously they had Sam Darcy up forward, but they had these guys that were just able to win contests, and it was 1-2 quick handballs and they were out. And obviously the Pies are really good at that. So I definitely think we take a heap of guys for 20 plus. This is a big 20-1 multi. Take your favorite players for 21, and then you take the top end guys. So we take Nas for 25, maybe 30. You take Sinclair for maybe 30, Nick Dacos for 30, Josh for 25. And I think we roll from there. Like everything you think that's probably going to happen when these guys have the talent, you got to back them in for that. I'm not sure.
Do you reckon Windhager will sit on Dacos like Langdon did? Do you reckon it'll be a full-on tag?
Probably. Yeah, you're probably right. But I feel, I don't know, there's something that about when, and I know it's not all about the Brownlow, but when such a champion player is like, fuck, I'm not letting this get out of the way of me, like already, like I'm still in the hunt for the Brownlow. I just think Nick might come back and just have an all-time game, like get himself involved. He might sit forward for a little bit, kick a couple, and then he comes up the ground. Like who was it against? It was against North the other week. He barely had a touch and then had 17 in the last. Like if the tag's on, you got to tag him out for the entire game. So yeah, I still think this could be a big Nick Dacos game. Could be a big one. So let's get into the next one. So Sunday, Jev. So this is the Giants.
3-0 here, so I don't think I can win. But anyway,
Giants and the Suns.
This is a banger. It's at Giants.
NG Stadium. Yep.
This is awesome. Giants by not much. I'll go 5.5 points.
I also said 5.5, and it is 4.5.
There you go.
So two pushes.
Yeah, this is going to be just a belter, an absolute belter.
So are we taking the form? Are we taking Cadman? Are we going to take a Biggs multi? Are we going to take Jed Walter for a couple? Are we going to take Hogan for a couple?
Mids to eat.
Mids?
I think like Finn 30, Anderson 30, Tom Green 30, Rao 25. I swear these two, neither of them tag. They just go head to head. Dan Rioli and John Noble off half back. Ash and Whitfield off the other. This feels like a touches one to me.
Yeah.
Remember, we've seen Sam Taylor give Ben King a couple of bars before. So I'm not that keen on any Suns goal kickers. And then I love Sam Collins for the Suns. I'm sure Jesse Hogan might still kick 3 or 4. Cadman might still play well. I just think mids and touches, the first thing that came to my mind.
Well, I think definitely forwards for the Giants end. I think if we're looking at any sort of Suns goal, It's everyone else. It's midfielders. I think Buckley and Taylor at home are probably going to do the job on King and Walter or whoever else big's going to come down there. They're just going to be like, this is our home deck. Let's get really physical.
Connor Iden for the Giants is also a really good player, and he's a good matchup for Ben Long. Can match him with leg speed, and then he's probably bigger and stronger than him, so can match him in the air. So I just like Sam Taylor and Ben King. I like Sam Taylor. Connor Iden on Ben Long. I like Ben Long. Jack Buckley on the young Jed Walter. I like Jack Buckley. So yeah, it's going to be other guys. It's going to be Bailey Humphrey. It's going to be Touk Miller. It's going to be Sam Flanders. It's going to be Noah Anderson.
Yeah, 100%. Flanders for a couple, maybe Touk for a couple. That's the way to put it. But if we're saying off the top of your head, what line would you take?
Yeah, no idea. I can't quit on the Giants.
It sounds like you're leaning Giants. The way that we talk about it sounds like that you're really leaning Giants.
Yeah, I am. I'm super keen on the Giants. Super keen on the Giants.
Nice.
Especially with 4.5 points. That's like taking them head to head. So, yeah, take them with -4.5. Let's go.
Bulldogs and the Tigers.
This is going to be belt to ass.
Is it Marvel?
I reckon the line... I don't want to be too disrespectful. I'm going to go 50.5.
I wrote 50.5 as well. That's 3 pushes.
So you won 3 zip with 3 draws. What's the line?
47.5.
Wow.
And for anyone that reckons that we're joking, there is all the markets right there, pals.
So, we love, if it's a juicy Sunday game and we can just build the 100K multi around this game. All right, legs that just jump out you straight away. I'll go first. Matt Kennedy, 25-1, 25-2. You?
Sam Darcy for 5.
Ed Richards, 25-1.
Bond for 2.
Libba for 25.
Bailey Dale for 35.
This is going to look like what they did to the Saints, what they did to the Bombers at Marvel when they just get their game going, they fly off. Riley Sanders for 1 or 2. Riley West for 1 or 2. It's going to be belt us. We could nearly make a 100K multi off this game. It's nearly like we have to have 200K multis this week. Honest legs we love in this game. And then we build this game and we have some 140-1 multi on with then the rest of the legs and we just get to this game.
I agree.
It could be the double 100K multi this week.
This could be the game as well. This could be the week that we win a lot of money, like generational wealth, Jev. So the one game that the odds aren't out yet for, but let's just have a stab in the dark. Carlton versus North Melbourne. This will be at the MCG. Carlton probably has a few people out.
Oh, this is the Sunday MCG day.
Nah, this Saturday. Saturday, 1:20 MCG.
Oh, right. Okay. Are you going?
Maybe. I might go. I'll have a look.
Go have a look. Okay. Carlton North, MCG. I will tip the Blues by 21.5.
I wrote 15.5 because I'm not sure what injuries we have.
I was going to say around that mark as well. And then I'm like, you know what? You give them belt to ass every time you play them. The Blues supporters will bump this line up.
I honestly think we build around the keys. So Sam Darcy for 5. Jesse gets back on track for 3.
Yeah.
Maybe someone for the Pies, maybe Mychek. Georgiades, we have to have a couple for.
Yep.
And then we just go from there. Jez Cameron, Shannon Neal. Let's build around the bigs and then people to get to the feet. Who's going to deliver in the ball?
Remember when I was doing those multis on PointsBet, the bigs to combine for an amount of goals for the weekend? We'll get one of them going this week again. It would have been generational wealth this week. I could have picked any number out of my ass and it would have hit. So
you know what? I swear to God, the Darcy multi would have hit if Darcy Fogarty actually kicked a couple.
Oh, yeah. Darcy Ben Jones kicked what? And then who was the other one?
Dope Jones kicked a couple. Sam Darcy, I probably need him for one more, but I'm definitely going to bring out the Dobe multi a little bit later in the year.
I love that.
Right, that's Hook, Line and Sinker. Jev, as always, one of the best 20 minutes on the planet that you guys will hear. That's awesome. I won 3 zip and a 3 push as well. Also, we've got Carlton North Melbourne coming up. But that is what we're thinking very early doors as we record this, guys. Enjoy your week. Make sure, like, subscribe. Send this to your nan. I'm telling you, no matter where she is, she's going to be loving this. So give it to her and give it to her smoothly. Cheers, guys.
20 minutes you didn't know you needed.
What are you prepared to lose today?
For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.